375 total real estate listings on the market for sale in Santa Clarita Valley as of today. Today's May 10th, 2024. I'm Connor with Honor, local Santa Clarita real estate agent, here to give you the real estate information. Currently very much in a seller's market. Rumor on the street that interest rates are going to be coming down. We've seen them eking down a little bit. We're talking an eighth of a point, maybe a quarter of a point some mornings. But inflation is still very high, so it's still keeping those interest rates not fluxing or flexing like they really want them to do. We're going to probably see this play out very politically closer to the end of the year and watch interest rates come down. Here's what that means. If you happen to be a seller on the market at that time, you're probably going to have multiple offers. And right now, if you're a seller on the market, you're probably going to have multiple offers. But at that time, those multiple offers you're going to get, a majority of them are going to be based on emotion. And that's fine, because emotional people sometimes pay a lot more for things. The problem with it is also emotional people change their mind a lot. So you might get somebody that's fantastically, wonderfully excited about purchasing your house, and then you get through the process, and then they start getting cold feet. And then before they've actually removed all of their contingencies, where if they cancel after that point, you get to retain their deposit as for injury sustained potentially, they're going to cancel. And then you're going to be back on the market again for sale. As we see in this current market, 20 to 30% of those properties that happen to be coming back onto the market having been in escrow for a particular period of time. And those properties coming back on, folks, aren't necessarily an issue where the buyer discovered something they can't contend with. Sometimes it is a buyer asking for something and the seller choosing not to move forward, or the buyer actually not choosing to move forward because of some personal issue, not having to do with the house itself, but something else. This happens. The two numbers that we look at most constantly here currently are going to be, of course, the listings as often as they replenish themselves. Right now in all of Santa Clarita Valley, we see that we have around 70 to 75 listings per week. We've seen that trend the last 3 months. Enter the market for sale. That hasn't really changed. We're now at 56 for the last 7-day average throughout the Santa Clarita Valley cities. That is very normal at this time. But when we look at the rate of sale for those properties, we're selling about the same pace. Maybe a few more, in some weeks a few less, but right around on average. So we're not building any inventory, and that does very much indicate that we have a seller's market. It is in no means balanced. We definitely have the sellers holding most of the cards on all the listings that are currently listed for sale. When the interest rates come down a little bit, we don't see inventory becoming any better, and we do see the market moving even faster at that time, having the sellers getting even more offers on their properties, buyers having even higher competition. So the question, should you buy now or should you hold off? Again, as a real estate buyer, something to consider as an option is something known as a refinance. If you do purchase today, let's say you decide that's the best way to do it, so you buy a house today and interest rates drop in the future, on most types of loans, you're allowed to do a refinance at that time, and more than likely you're going to be saving money by doing so. The saving money by doing so question needs to be asked at the time that you're purchasing the residence that you might potentially want to refinance if interest rates come down. That conversation for a home buyer is important, and I would do that when you're purchasing real estate now. I wouldn't wait. I would do it at the very beginning and find out from your agent or your lender, or through your lender and your agent, CC both, so you have the record. Find out whether or not you'll be able to refinance if in fact rates come down in the few months that are after you actually close escrow on the house you're going to buy. Have a fantastic day, Santa Clarita. Understand this. If you see people that are posted online and they are being sponsored by some local organization, the price of admission to be the expert on the billboard or on the website or on the local for-profit news is money. So if they pay to play, they get to be there. Me, little different. I like to provide content, education, and a bunch of real estate guides that keep my sellers and my buyers safe. If you want to see all those real estate guides, you want to find even more niche real estate guides that go down and start talking about estate sales and probate sales, things to look for, these sorts of things, you can find those at connorwithhonor.com. They're all free. Any information that is gleaned on there, when you're getting these guides, the information that it asks for, I at least know when you put it in, you got the guide, and if you contact me in the future, I have a heads up as to what we're going to be discussing, because the guide that you're going to be getting potentially will be, of course, what I already know that you have received. There's that. Connor with Honor, thank you so much for watching. Be well, take care of yourselves, and we'll be back tomorrow with another Santa Clarita Real Estate Daily Real Estate Update Show. Connor with Honor over now. Bye.